For example, on the left are the alleged Byzantine or Eastern Roman emperors, starting with Theodosius I the Great from 379 AD, and on the right are the alleged kings of England, starting with Cenwalh, allegedly, historically, just less than 300 years later than Theodosius, and then follows all of the successive Byzantine emperors versus English kings and how many years they each allegedly ruled. And yet, they are nearly identical parallels to each other in how many rulers and how long each allegedly ruled for, with only minuscule exceptions, all the way down. What are the odds? It could, admittedly, just be the world's greatest historical coincidence. Except we find the same identical pattern with the alleged Holy Roman Emperors on the left versus the alleged biblical kings of Judah on the right. Yet this time, Henry I the Fowler is supposed to be from 919 AD, and Rehoboam is supposed to be from 931 BC, 1850 years earlier. Yet here, too, we find identical timelines all the way down. Another coincidence? Of course not, because the Bible is not historical, as we've seen. But then, is the alleged Holy Roman Empire even historical itself if it identically mirrors an allegorical fiction? Here are the alleged historical Russian Horde Empire rulers on the left versus the alleged Habsburg Empire of Europe on the right, which allegedly happened at the exact same historical time but in two totally different places. And yet we find here again the exact same identical pattern. Is this another coincidence? You could rightfully argue that different political allegiances would put different political allies in power together at roughly the same times. But how about the Spanish kings of Navarre, allegedly from 880 AD to 1234 AD, and the alleged kings of Sweden, allegedly 720 years later? Could they have an identically changing political allegiance too, to people over 700 years before or after them, because their timelines too are identical to each other? Or that the alleged start of the Carolingian Holy Roman Empire of the West and the end of the alleged Old Third Roman Empire of the East have a 360-year difference between them, the degrees of the circle, spirit, or sun, and yet identical timelines yet again. Is this coincidence too, or is somebody fabricating our history? We'll find out in Part 2, the Setian Atenist Cult of Venus.